Hey guys, this is MetalGod542 here. Now I know it's been a really long time since I did anything on YouTube, and I want to first and foremost apologize. I know that I shouldn't abandon my videos and all that, and I really don't know why I did. I did. I mean, I lost my edge, my nerve, I guess you could say. But I am back, and just so you guys know, the Pokemon walkthroughs I've been doing, I'm going to go ahead and abandon those. I'm sorry for those of you that were actually following those. I'm pretty sure you're way past where I was anyways by now. Using, I don't know, either somebody else's walkthrough or just figuring it out on your own. Again, I apologize for that. We are going to do one of my favorite games that I have done as a child. I still play this game to this day. Some of you guys might already recognize it based on the screen you guys can see. But anyways, here. This game is called Metroid Fusion. That's right, guys. Now, as some of you may be aware, I did do some item collecting with a friend of mine, X09091. If you guys have never seen any of his videos or heard of him, check him out. He's an awesome guy, best friends of mine, been friends with him since like I was 4 or 5, one of those two. But anyways, that's enough talk from me. Let's get this walkthrough started. I've been assigned to watch over the biologic research team. So once again, I found myself on the surface of SR-388. What an epic name for a planet. Well, this place doesn't look very friendly. What's this? A strange creature. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness, and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. That's not good. The game hasn't even started yet and there's already explosions. Oh, awesome. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessel recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. It then came to light that the organic components, of my power suit had become so heavily integrated with my central nervous system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Then, someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seemed that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn as something different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We will soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and and now I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear, as it was the condition of my taking this ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Alrighty folks, now that that long yet really strange intro's over, we finally get to the BSL research station. Now here is the docking pad in which, or docking bay, in which our ship will remain for the entire game. It never leaves this area. Alrighty, we have a map. Yes! There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. The bay currently stores the capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as the parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. The cause of the explosion is as yet unclear. Investigate. The quarantine bay is here. Move quickly and quietly. You are still vulnerable to most... unable to use most of your latent abilities. Do not forget that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way there. Uplink from there. Is your objective clear? Now folks, you always want to answer yes unless you really don't understand what he's doing, because if you say no, he'll go through and he'll say everything that you've just read again. Now go to the quarantine bay. Alrighty folks, so now that we actually got that done and over, here we go. Now we can actually get this walkthrough started. Now for those of you who don't know, our character's name is Samus Aran, and she's a chick. I was actually kind of surprised to learn that myself when I learned it, but don't underestimate her. She's pretty awesome, pretty epic for being a chick. I'm not trying to be a sexist in any way, shape, or form. So here we go. Now, up here we have our first navigation room. So you guys know, I guess it's pretty obvious, but the blinking part is you on the map. That's your current location for those of you that didn't figure that part out. The quarantine bay is ahead. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Now, so you guys know, these here things are called hatches. Now, they have to be flashing or blinking for you to go in them. Like right now, as you can see, you can't go through them because it's not active. So you cannot go through ones like those. Down here is the quarantine bay. Now this is a special type of hatch that represents there's an event that needs to be done in the room. Once these doors are here, you cannot leave whatsoever until whatever the event is you have to do in that room is done. So you come over here, shoot this little thing, and here's an X-parasite, go ahead and absorb that. Now so you guys know, each yellow X-parasite that you absorb will actually increase your health by 10 points. And in the top left corner of our screen is our health gauge, which is only at 99. You do get more as the game goes by. I actually think the computer's about to tell you about the X and the ability to restore health and ammunition. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X-parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, a security sensor scanned one. The gelatinous X-parasites invade and reproduce rapidly, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seemed the Metroid were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine worked so quickly and so well. But it had also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by an X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X-parasite without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. They may also restore latent abilities this way. So absorb them basically whenever you can, is what he's saying. Station is home to some species, some violent ones. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. I am already detecting massive biosigns in this area. The X are gathering. This may be our chance to exterminate them, but you are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low. The Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? As I say yes, Now get going. I have released the locks on level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches. Alrighty here. So now we have this one. See, now we can go through them because they're active. Shoot this guy real quick, absorb a little bit of X, and we have our first save room. Now I highly recommend for everybody to know, always, at every chance you can get, want to save, because you never know when you're going to have to do something difficult. I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, folks. I'll be back again with another episode of Let's Play Metroid Fusion. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out, everybody.